Hey guys, welcome to episode 9. This is Portfolio Manager coding session. In the last episode, we've been working on the synchronization of the simulation of the portfolio bot with the trading bot, and we implemented the code at the trading bot for this. So now we're going to move and implement the code, the counterparty code at the portfolio bot. So let's jump into the code. So here I have the code of the trading bot and here of the portfolio bot. Okay, so no, this is not where we want to be. Network, this one. This is the portfolio bot. So we already have this node. Portfolio manage system JSON. Okay, you can stay there. But actually what I'm looking for is this guy. So we know that the trading bot is going to send a message to get an authorization if it can enter the next candle. So how are we going to deal with that? My guess is that once we are here, and we have we are entering into the first candle. Okay, when should we allow the portfolio, the trading bots to ask me questions? When? It's not when I enter into the candle. It's after I have run the portfolio system run function. Because I still we're going to add here run the trading system logic. At this run, we might be updating balances from the exchange, for instance. At this run, we might be calculating stuff regarding to risk management. So at this run, this run needs to happen, and then I can think about synchronizing this with the trading bot. So I'm going to inject some code here. Manage bots. So let's get a little bit to this place. We have this guy instantiated. Okay, and this is the interface that get us the messages. So from here we are calling at every request. We are calling this guy portfolio system module, which we also have a reference, but I'm not sure that is the guy we should have. Maybe it's not. Maybe because, for example, when the trading bot asks for permission to enter a candle, is it a trading system? The place where I should. The trading system is the interpretation of the logic of the trading system defined at the UI. So it's not the place where I'm going to guess if or give permission to enter into the, or maybe it is. This is a small detail, but I try to figure out which is the right way to do it. What is the system, the portfolio system? What does this looks like? It's quite crowded anyways. Yeah, evaluate the conditions and all this stuff. So I'm going to create an IO module. This is the portfolio events interface. So this is like the low level messaging handling. And I'm going to create one guy above this guy. That is going to be is going to be the counterparty to this guy, portfolio manager client. So this is going to be the trading bots interface. Okay, the trading bots interface, meaning everything coming from the trading bots are going to go through this module. Okay, that's the logic we're going to follow. So I will need one guy here, this guy. So I will create a new guy, and I will call it trading bots interface .js. Okay, so I will use as a template this guy, but I'm going to remove almost everything it has inside. And this is going to be project portfolio management, modules, trading bots, interface. Wonderful. So yeah, we will use this guy to locate at the project schema where these definitions are, and we're going to get a copy of this one, and we will put the name of the file here. Almost the same thing goes here. Almost the same stuff here. And here we have our new module. So we won't need you. We won't need you. And trading bots interface will not have this nor this. This is going to be more tidy. We don't need this either. So who is going to instantiate this guy? Well, most likely this guy is going to be instantiated by, yes, you guess it, this guy. So this inside here will have a variable similar to this, but it's going to be called trading bot interface. Probably I should leave this open here. Okay. And we're going to take this as an example. Here at the initialize, we're going to create this guy, but in fact it's going to be this one. And we were going to use again this stuff, but in here, and the name of the function goes here. So now that is initialized, we will also put it here at the finalize. Okay. And we are going to undefine it like this. Okay. So another thing we are going to do, yes, this guy that we're receiving here, we're going to pass it here. So this guy that is coming from here, we're going to store it locally for a while. And undefine it because we will need it, because here we are going to add we have a processed event, but it's not going to be an event. Hold on. What is this? Portfolio system? No. These are requests. So but it's not going to go against this guy. Okay, from here everything is not looking very well. So what I want to do is I'm going to call this guy process request. From here, the message that we receive we will pass only the request. So we are supposed to send, sorry, not from there, but from here. A message that is coming from here. It has a question. Okay, but the request will be this. Okay, so let's standardize this so that it looks good. So we are at Portfolio Manager. So on request, we have this event message. Okay, is the event message. The event message, it seems that it has an event inside. So we're going to assume that this has a function called like this. Process message. Okay. So the trading bot interface is going to receive messages because that is what the other guy is sending. So it's logical that we have a function process message where inside comes a message. And this message should be exactly the same that the one sent on the other side from this client. Okay, this message is what we are going to be receiving. This message in turn will contain a question even or whatever. Maybe this question is not the best thing that we can call is a message type, not a question. Why a question? Either is a message type or is a request. But when you report this, it's not really a request either, because it's a report. So this is going to be a type. Or message type. Or it should be type because we already have message. So okay. So the type of message is going to determine if I have more properties like this one, or event, or candle, or whatever. Okay, so we can switch by message type. Okay, now this is getting a little bit more organized. Okay, so this is what we're going to have here. So exactly a switch. So switch message type, and we can have several cases like this, and one default clause. So when default, and that's it, pretty much very simple stuff. So what can we have? We can have this. We can have, sorry, confirm this event. We can have confirm this event. Set this event. So meaning, tell me if it is going to be true or false. Set this event. Then we will have give me a value for this formula and confirm this formula. In fact, we're going to confirm this event. We're going to use a similar stuff. Set this formula. Set this formula. Okay. Confirm this event. confirm this formula. Okay, confirm this formula. So that's all. So which are the validations that we should check here? For example, okay, here we are going to do process message and response. What is this message here? Um, Probably the response goes all the way back, like just like that. Okay, so this is going to wait for a response, and what type of responses we have here? Maybe I should have a status here. Okay. Okay, so there will be a status. There will be a status. And in these cases of coordination, the status will come from whatever this is going to be processed. So where are we? Here. In particular here. Oh, one guy is missing. Permission to process candle. So we're going to create a message similar to the ones that we already have. Response is okay, whatever. There will be no event. Reason, portfolio manager also at this calendar. Okay. Of course, we're going to send this only if this is true, but as an example, it's good. No, so I'm going to check that I'm writing this right. Of course not. So we are going to answer okay if we acknowledge that this trading bot has been synchronized, has exited its handle. Then we have confirmed this event, and all these guys we are going to call the trading system. And probably in particular inside the trading system somebody else. Or maybe not. We will see. But we already have the trading system here, or the portfolio system object. So in the case that this is not good, we're going to come here and say, oh, this is not okay. And the reason is that the message type not supported. Okay. Yeah, so the message type that you send is, I cannot understand what you mean, or you didn't even send one. So return response, so there's no need to break. Or maybe we return the response at the end. So we define response, so it makes sense to define a response here. And we just set it and break, and everything goes smooth. So it's like, okay, so this is the structure of this module. So as you can see, what I did is that when we are here at the trading bot, when we are at the trading stages, for example, we are at a certain layer. When we ask, when we send, when we execute portfolio manager client, we go one level down. This is portfolio manager client. Then to send the event, we go one level down. And we are talking about the event layer, that communications, okay? So we send the event, and on the receiving end, we receive it at the portfolio events interface, and we put it up one layer up here at the trading bots interface, And then from here, we move it up to the portfolio system or whatever, whoever is going to actually solve that problem. Okay. Some of the problem we might solve it here if they are easy to solve. Like for example, answering this question, permission to proceed. That is the simulation, actually, the one who should actually answer this is the simulation, but the simulation is representing the loop. Okay, so we don't want to interfere with that. So what we are going to do is that whenever the loop, okay, we have the events interface. In fact, this, to be honest, the right thing to do is to read is to read the information of the candle at the trading engine or at the portfolio engine. Okay, that's the right way to do it. It's not asking anybody. We are at the trading bot interface. How do we get? Then we will need the portfolio engine in here. If we want to be able to access the portfolio engine, well, we will need the portfolio engine. That the portfolio engine is something that we have access to. We just need this and this and this. And we don't actually know if this is going to be the structure because we have trading current, then trading episode. Because of the trading bot, we have this current of current and last position, last strategy, last episode maybe. Do we need to remember here current? Probably we will continue with the same structure because it makes it a little bit more powerful if you can remember the previous value of certain stuff to see if it's going up or down or what, how is it going. So this is what I'm going to do. I will write the code, the logic here. So we have message type, message candle, okay? So we are going to say if message candle dot begin equals portfolio engine portfolio current portfolio episode candle begin value. Okay, if this is equal to this and the close is equal to this, probably I'm not going to need to compare all this other stuff. So if this is all equal, that means that the response is going to be okay, portfolio manager also add this candle. And if not, why why could this guy, well, maybe, so what happens if the trading bot is at the candle that is behind the portfolio bot? Hold on a second. If it is behind, then this is not going to be equal. I cannot really see clearly what happens. Let's say my bot is configured to start from a previous candle than the portfolio manager. So if this guy tells you, no, I'm not there, maybe what I should do is like this. I should say not okay, not okay, okay. Portfolio manager is at this candle, and I should send the candle of the portfolio manager, okay, so that the bot can actually do something about it. If it is behind, he should jump until that candle in its own simulation, and if it is ahead, then it should wait for the portfolio manager to reach his point. It's going to introduce a little bit more complexity. I'm not going to code it right now because that's too much detail now. First, I want to know that everything that I coded is working well. Essentially, these are the two possible outcomes. When you ask for permission to process a candle, as a portfolio bot, I'm going to compare if your candle begins and ends at the same place my candle begins and ends. If you begin, if you're okay, then I will answer this okay. And if you're not okay, I will tell you not okay. Portfolio manager is at this candle, and it's going to be your problem to fast forward or to wait until I get you. So what I'm thinking is that here we will have to have maybe a mechanism of check-in. So once a trading bot checks in that he's in the same candle, then I'm forced to wait for him to finish to do a checkout before I can move on as portfolio manager. But if the bot is at some other place behind or ahead, then I just tell him, look, this is my candle, figure out what you have to do, but I'm not going to check you in, so I'm not going to wait for you. Okay? I'm not going to wait for you. But still, I need to flag that you contact me. Okay? You contact me, but you're not checking in. In fact, you are kind of check it out. So I can count that you already contact me and that you check it out, and that way I'm cool. I can move forward. Okay. So this is starting to emerge the structure of my own portfolio engine, where I have to keep track of all this information: who is check in, who is check out, and when I can move forward to the next step, so I can be synchronized. We can all be synchronized. Okay, so this is as this is as far as I'm going to get now. Um, let's check this one. Report this candidate was processed. Okay, so I will need to do this check-in or check-out process. In this case, it would be a checkout. And if I can do that, then I'm going to acknowledge that you're good, and that's it. So I'm guessing that before I implement the check-in and check-out process, I cannot come to the simulation and continue this. What I'm thinking here is that this interface cannot start with the initialize. I need to start it and stop it at a different place that is here. When I reach this point, then I run the interface and I open the channel for the bots to communicate with me. Okay? And yeah, it should be that way, because this is initialized, because otherwise I'm risking maybe that the bots are going to send me messages before I'm ready. So there's no way to know that I'm ready unless I listen to the stuff and I record my state at the portfolio engine, saying, look, now I'm ready. Let me think about this. If if okay, so the trading bot will be looping, trying to get an answer from this guy. Okay, so whenever I allow it to move forward, okay, so if I allow it to move forward, then okay, in order to do this, I need the portfolio engine. I need that memory that tells me where I am. If that's the place where I'm going to store this information. Now we are using the candle there. So if somebody comes before me and the communication channel is open, then it will get a response that, hey, you are ahead, so wait for me, and you will have to wait. Okay, then I process my candle. The problem is that when I process my candle until I run all the way my portfolio system, messages can be coming in. So I need something to block and to say, okay, from now I'm listening like when the check-ins are open. Okay, when I'm ready, then I open the check-ins. Then I listen to these people, what they want, and I can authorize their stuff. I can run through their requests, and then I have to wait. I have to wait until then I have to wait until I have all the check-ins or all the checkouts. So this mechanism of check-in of checkout, I don't think is something that we needed at the trading engine or portfolio engine, but we need a module for that so that I can call this module, manage trading bots. That's the module. It's here. I need this new module that I'm going to call, and I'm going to wait here until this module finishes whatever it needs to do. Okay, so I'm going to wait for a promise to be resolved or reject. And once that's finished, then this will continue the loop. Okay? Okay, so this is the plan now. This is the plan. So inside that module, I'm going to create this mechanism of check-in and check-out. And probably inside that module is that I'm going to evaluate these messages, this stuff, the permissions. Okay, so let's first create a module. It's going to be in here. I'm not going to create it here because this is, well, maybe yes, because this is part of the simulation workflow, but this is exactly the module where the two workflows, where the two execution path converge. Okay, so let's do it here. This is going to be money manage trading bots. Yes. Okay, so we go through the process of creating a new module. I'm thinking if this is the one allowing me to go to the trading system or the portfolio system and not this trading bots interface. Let me check this out. I know these two first messages don't need to go there, but these ones, they need to go there. But what happens? I can run these guys only when a bot is check-in and not check-out. Maybe yes, I can run it from here and use the other module as a memory. Yeah, I don't really like this logic to be here because the portfolio engine and this guy, I don't really like it to be here. So I think I'm going to keep it here on this side. And this object represents the trading bots being managed. Okay. Okay, so what are we going to have here? The simulation needs this guy first. Wait, we need first to complete the this is going to be called no, we need this to be like here. We need this guy and we need to find it here. And we will need a new one here. But this guy here, we're going to change the name for this. And it means that we can change the name like this. And we're going to change the name also here. And also there. And also there. Okay, and this stays the same. So we got this module. Now we need to instantiate it. And we are going to do it here. Okay, we are going to add one more here. That is going to have this name. So it's going to be similar to this, but with this name. And it's going to have this function name and this property name, and we will need to finalize it and to undefine it. Okay, and also when we initialize it, we will send this portfolio system which is going to get here and store here and finalize here. Okay, so so this is going to have manage trading bots is going to have a run function, not a process message, a run function that is going to be an async function that is going to return a promise. Just like this one here. Okay, and that means that this guy at some point in time, like here, it's going to await for this guy to run, and that's all it's going to do. All the problem to wait for all the bots that are being managed to check in and check out as their request or whatever they want is going to happen inside here. So when this finishes, the loops continue. One more candle, one more candle. Okay, so what the events interface actually need to have is not the trading system itself, but it's the instance of this guy. So this is what I'm going to send here to the events interface. So it's going to appear here. Okay, and it's going to be sent inside here to the trading bots interface module. All of this stays the same. Trading bots interface going to receive this guy. That is going to store it here and here. Okay, so this guy already have a portfolio engine. That means that we will probably don't need it. Don't need it because we are going to here. This logic is not going to be here anymore. So we can take you out. So we are going to move this over here. But before we do that, we will need here a variable called is running. Okay, is running is going to be initialized obviously in false, and when we hit this guy here, you're going to say is running is true. Okay, is running is true. And when we resolve this somewhere or reject this promise, it's going to be false. Okay, so then what we are going to do is check here. I really could benefit if this was not here. So here what I'm going to do is that this portfolio system, no, this guy should be here, and if this guy wants to process this candle, I'm just going to transform this into a function call. And in this case, this is going to be a check-in. So for this check-in, I will need a few parameters. One is the trading bot session ID or session key. The session key represents a bot that I know I have in memory because I know how to send. I have gone through all these session references and create a key in order to listen for the events there. Okay, so I know what the session key is. So I will need this session key, and I will need to know the candle this guy is in. Okay, and this function call is going to create a response. Okay, so this is going to create a response, and that means that all this stuff I can move it somewhere else, specifically in here at a function called, as you guess, function check-in. Session key cut. Okay, so there are several things I need to do, like creating the check-in function here. So now I don't have the candle inside this message object, So I can correct this, and still I can respond like this. Okay, but we're going to have a map of bots here, and we are going to be tracking who check it in and who not. Okay, but before I forget, I will need here to receive the session key, not only the message. So who sent me this is important. Okay, now it looks better. I will get then trading bot interface. I will check the message type and send the check-in request with the session key of the trading bot and the candle. So now here I will have a map by session key of all the bots status. Okay, so this is one variable, and here trading bot check-in status map. So this is going to be a new map, and we are going to undefine it every time we go through finalize. And I'm going to iterate over these guys so as to have the map populated at initialization time. Why? Because I will need to know, probably, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I think that I will need to know that all my bots have either checked it in or reported somehow. So my first guess is that I will need this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out this. So here I will do a set by session key. I'm going to start a string, so it's very explicit, and it's going to be or never check it in. Okay, this is like the initial status. Okay, so Then every time I am going to respond this function should return response. So if the response is going to be this, that means that I will remember that this bot check it in. Okay. Remember that trading bot check it in. Uh, if somebody calls me at a different time with a different candle, what I'm going to do is return this response, and this guy is not checking in. Okay, so essentially the completion of this happens when I will have to set an interval to wait to check. Wait, how do we do this? So when I run this, I need to be checking my map to see if all the bots check it in and check it out. First iteration will just wait forever, but in the future we might be able to handle what happens if one of the bots never checks in again. How long should we wait for him? If I had 1,000 bots and one disappears, crashes, then I shouldn't stop giving service to the others. So my guess is that I'm going to give some time. It's not going to be an interval, but probably a timer. Maybe I give 10 seconds for everyone to process their stuff. Yeah, I'm not really in a hurry to loop, but also I don't want to wait a fixed amount of time, because a fixed amount of time is good for live trading, but not for back testing. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is that I'm going to set here an interval set interval, check in bots status, and we're going to do it every 1 second just to start. So and we will have here the interval ID. So here we will have the check function, in which we are going to iterate create a key, a get by the session key, and we have status equal to this. So also we are going to let check it in count, let check it out count. So we're just going to count this stuff. So depending on status value, switch status, so here it can happen that we have check it in, case checked in, case checkout. I don't know why I'm counting the checkout, but or the check-in. One of these two probably is not necessary. But to keep it clean, check it in. We have this. Check it out. We have this. So when we finish this, we can ask, okay, if if the checkouts is equal to the amount of trading sessions being managed, that would mean that we can resolve this stuff, and also we can do a clear interval so that it doesn't loop anymore, and we resolve the promise. Okay, just like that. So this doesn't have the handling of what happens if some of the bot crashes and whatever. It doesn't have it. But as soon as all the bots check out, then we are all good. Then we are good. Then this will resolve the promise. And this is how everything fit together. We will call now the procedure to check out. So why is not this session key here? Because it should be here. So there is kind of inconsistency. Here we are sending a session key like this. Probably I should continue like this. And here I should take it like this. So that everywhere is the same stuff. Okay? So what about the checkout? So the checkout would be a call to the checkout function. We are sending this. I don't know if we are going to have a candle. Yes, maybe it's a good idea that we made a comparison just to avoid problems in the future that something went wrong and the bot is trying to check out a candle that is not check it in, or that it didn't check in at that candle or something like this. So we're going to check it anyways. So that means that we will have a very similar checkout function checkout checkout. So here the message that we will send is this one. Maybe we should also control that the checkout happens after all the bots. Okay, there are a few things that I'm forgetting. So a not okay means that we are not at the same candle. And I respond. Okay, so what is missing here? Every time this runs, probably we need this to run every time And I'm not sure this map is, yes, this map is there. So every time this runs, I put a block here where it's running and I reset my map. Okay, I reset it with probably undefined. There's no value. Don't need to put something that is not real. So I reset. I stop this here. I block this with this. So this is running equals false. And I unblock it here. Okay, block it and unblock it. So we are not going to allow a check-in if it's running is false. If it's running is false, this means we are not going to allow check-ins when the portfolio is not ready for that. Okay, so if this is false, we are going to respond that, by the way, we need to initialize this. Let response. So this is not okay. Portfolio manager is not ready. Is not ready. So you're calling me too early. I need to first get here to this point, and then you call me. Okay? Return response. Okay. So then it can happen that it's not too early. We are open for business, but your candle is not equal. Your candle is not equal that mine, so I return to you this message with my candle, or it's okay. Okay. So the same thing happens here, which it would be a little bit strange for a checkout message, but anyway, if it's running is false, we're not going to allow checkouts. The portfolio is not ready for that. So not okay, portfolio manager is not ready. Then acknowledge or this. Okay, now I like it. Now I like it. Now I like it. I think this should work. It's a very basic implementation, but it should work. Maybe the thing to do is to test this mechanism up until here. We still haven't implemented these ones, but this could be it is not part of the synchronization problem we are tackling now. So yeah, I think with this working, we have the trading bots going synchronized with the portfolio manager. So the portfolio manager going synchronized with all the trading bots that is being managed. It's going to have a lot of things to polish. For example, this interval that we are creating is going to loop forever. If a bot crashes, even if it doesn't crash but it takes too long, then this will get into the problem that it might take more than 1 minute. There are a lot of things that can happen, but this should work even for backtesting or for whatever. Every time that we can say that all the bots have checked it out, then we are good. Have we programmed the checkout here at the trading simulation? We're going to rename this by checkout at portfolio manager. And this happens here, but also happens here. So when we come here, no, here we have candle exit, candle entry, okay. Okay, I could standardize everything with check in and check out, but here it doesn't have a lot of context, and this is a good explanation of what is going on. Permission process candle. Yes, I'm going to standardize this by check in candle and check out candle. Check out candle. So this has to match this here. And check-in candle would be this. So here we are going to add the candle. So this would be check-in candle. And the other one would be checkout candle. Okay. So now we're going to commit this as implementation of synchronization mechanism portfolio manager. Okay, so it looks like we reach the end of this episode. It was fun, and finally we managed to arrange this stuff in a way that makes sense. It makes sense because of these layers that I was talking about, how we go deeper and deeper, and then we cross from the trading bot to the portfolio manager, and then we go up one layer, up on the other layer. And then I like the way that the loop is going to await for a promise that is going to open a window, in the sense that it's a window of time in which trading bot can check in, do all their stuff, and check out. So this is going to be looping, waiting for all the managed bot to check out. And once they check out, resolve the promise and continue the loop of this guy, of the portfolio. We are taking care that it's not only because we are at the same candle, but also that we are at the loop of time that we assign for this management, for this request to be asked or to be sent. Okay, I like it. At the next episode, what we're going to do is to debug all the code we wrote in the last two episodes until the point that it's working, that we can see that both bots goes hand in hand and coordinated. And once we are there, we're going to be able to move to the other events, the other requests that goes against the trading system, so that the portfolio can actually do its job of answering if the formulas are okay or which value they should have. Okay, so cool. Thank you for watching this one, and see you at the next one. Bye.